is I would know it's not a fence. But if I saw this giant construction thing going up, I think I would ask a question. Even as little as, hey, what's up? What you building? See, I would be on it, for a number of reasons. But the reason I bring that up is because that's what we're talking about today, and that's what we're beginning, is that what's going on is, where is our focus? Where is our focus at? So many things bring our attention off center, off Christ. I mean, what happened before Mass? Perfect example. Both Liz and I have seen the announcements. We've reviewed them. We've looked them over. We've done all of that stuff. But I missed out. And I won't throw her under the bus because I have to work with her on Tuesday through Friday. You're welcome. But I was so focused in on other things in the announcements themselves, that I forgot, and I even did a good job, like I changed the weekend date, but I didn't see, and I didn't change where it said, because what was last weekend? Christ the King. Well, in the opening paragraph, I forgot to change it. Totally forgot to change it. Everything else is good, even the entrance song, you're welcome, because we got to get that. But everything else is right except that one little sentence. One sentence threw it off. Why? Because again, I was focusing my attention on this. I was focusing my attention on that. I was paying attention to 5 million other things that I totally missed it. Or, how about this one? And this is what I was praying with my for today's readings. This, my brothers and sisters, is affectionately called my brain, AKA my planner. It has everything in it. It has my appointments, it has phone numbers, it has all of that stuff in it. What is driving me absolutely bonkers right now is that the calendar for 2023 isn't in yet. Well, why is that so important? Because we already started booking appointments for 2023 since a month ago. And I don't have this yet. So I can't make appointments that far into the future. You may be saying, holy cow, he makes appointments in advance. Yeah. But it's driving me crazy. In fact, I'm writing stuff down, appointments for 2023, in the back. And it's already going on page 2. If anything were to happen to my brain, I would go crazy. Absolutely crazy. In fact, again, poor Liz. There's for the past 2 to 3 weeks, once a week, because I'm trying to be better, I'll ask her, any word on the calendars? No. Usually followed by, get out of my office. That's what she's saying to me. Okay? So it was a happy week when she came back and she goes, I just heard they're on back order, they should be here next week. Then she said, now get out of my office. So what is my point behind all of this? My point is exactly that, is where is our focus? Because what we're talking about is that in both of these examples that I just gave, the one thing that I didn't do was I didn't bring Christ into it. I didn't bring Christ into proofing the announcements. I didn't bring Christ into, what I would do is when I come into, especially this week, see I got a clip right there, going, oh, and I look at the week and I go, holy cow, this is going to be crazy. And especially as we get more and more into Advent, it's going to get crazy because people will call and say, hey, Father, I'd like to meet with you. So any empty spaces that are on this piece of paper are going to fill up. What my point is that we need to bring Christ into it. What about instead of, because we can all relate to this, whether we have a calendar electronically or not, we can all relate to this. We all have busy, occupied lives that take up so much brain space that all of a sudden our brains just go bleep. We all have it. But what about this? What about if we brought Christ into the day? What if we brought Christ into the moment? What if we brought Christ into the week? What if we brought him into the moment? Into that very moment right here in this place in the year 2022. Because that's what we're called to do. That's what Advent reminds us of, is to, hey, don't move Christ over here, bring him back, make him center, and bring him into the day. Bring him into the moment. And it's also in the Eucharist that we're about to receive that reminds us of that. That reminds us of bringing Christ into the moment because he brings himself into our lives all the time. How does he do that? By the mere thought of us. God thinks of us into existence by thinking of us by name. He is constantly bringing us into the moment, into focus, all the time. And it makes a difference when we bring him into the moment, into focus, all the time. And it's also okay to say, whoops, I forgot you. Christ, I invite you into the moment. Christ the light, I invite you, I bring you into this time in my life. Because I guarantee you, during these next few weeks of Advent, as we do that, there's going to be a big, huge difference in our lives. So as we continue with our Eucharistic celebration and go through this beautiful day that the Lord has given us, let us bring him into the moment as he brings us into existence by thinking of us into that moment. Amen? Amen. Let us stand now and profess our